Are we in this thing? Are we good? Yes, we are. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous, darling. I am doing pretty good, hunty. I felt like putting on my Diddy, take that jacket. Make sure to go ahead and thumbs up this video. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you have not already. And yes, you have seen the title correctly. Miss P is going to do an Insecure Season 2 finale review. Now, I know. I haven't done a review for Insecure. I didn't even do season 1 of Insecure. I hopped on the bandwagon super late. Why? I just didn't have time to watch it, and your girl didn't have HBO. I wasn't trying to find it nowhere, so that's just what it was. You know, I got sick. Y'all remember that? So I've been on bed rest for a little bit, and while I was on bed rest, I was able to catch up on Insecure Season 1, Broken Pussy. I was able to just watch, and now I'm just like the rest of us, sitting there waiting for Season 3 to come on. But it's okay, because now I know the awesomeness of Insecure. I love all the brownness on my screen. I just love it. Insecure is fantastic. It's an amazing show. And this season was just even better than the first. So it's great. If you haven't watched Insecure, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get into it down below in the comment section. Let's talk about this whole season. You remember last episode we left off with Issa, you know, fucking up a whole apartment, and they done told her they up in the rent. So Ben, what the hell are you doing? Like, I felt her rage on that one. I was like, yes girl, throw that. But then I was like, you about to leave, like, right? Okay then. But I understand, because you know, her and Lawrence, they had they blow tat-ow, watch out now, it's the little one and it's not Bow Wow blow up. Remember when she was like, I haven't seen whoop whoop on my phone, I ain't seen it, and then he called her fucking hoe, and I was like, ooh, like I felt that with Lawrence. I had never seen all of the veins in Lawrence's neck when he called her hoe. Like, I felt that in my spirit, and she even felt it in her spirit, because she went home and messed up a whole apartment. So that's what happened on the last episode. The last episode, it was a lot. But first of all, Lawrence, who told you to bring little Aparna to the little shindig with all your friends? Like, I understand, but you did. So, okay. But anyway, we're not talking about last episode. We're talking about the finale. I really enjoyed how this episode was shot and how it was written, okay? I loved it. Really thought about that. Like, they sat down and said, okay, when Issa walks up the steps, now when Lawrence walks up the steps, both of their heads need to be turning in the same direction. Like, they thought about it. Another thing that I enjoyed is how we had 30 days with each main character. And we start out with 30 days with Lawrence, so big-headed ass. Like, I have a love and hate relationship with Lawrence, okay? During season 1, at first I was like, ew, Lawrence. But then when I saw he was trying, I was like, Issa, girl. And then when she cheated with Daniel, I was like, no, I'm rooting for you, Lawrence. But then when he was popping and getting his whole phase on, I was like, Lawrence. And then his over-emotional ass lately, I'm like, Lawrence. So he has me all over the place. Over the last 30 days, he has his new boo, Aparna, and they are going strong, doing races and all that stuff, and still working together. Now, sidebar, I like Aparna's character because she has the balls that are needed to deal with Lawrence and his stuff sometimes. But just me, just watching the show, I don't like Aparna. And he doesn't like Colin, her ex, even though he knew that she was born the ex when he first started working there. So now it's a big issue because they be laughing and Now, I will admit, if somebody is kiki-kikiing with you, with your bae, and your bae don't even kiki with you like that, then yeah, that's gonna be a problem. So I can understand why Lawrence was a little bit like, okay, we got it. What's so damn funny? I can understand that. Lawrence is moving on up. He got a new place. He getting big old LG screen TVs. Like, I forgot where he work at, but he making some good money. Okay, Lawrence. They have this big argument on their way to the movies, and basically a lot was given in this scene. This was a good scene if you really listen to it. When he said, I just don't like liars, I was like, checkmate, that's good. But Aparna was like, this is your shit, man, not mine. I was like, now that's good. Now that's a word right there. That's a word. There were so many words through this episode, but that was a word. It's so easy for us to project things onto people that we're dating, or either we're in regular relationships with, or just friends of ours, if we haven't dealt with the shit ourselves. It's so easy for us to do that, but I think we need to own our shit, like, for real. I think a show like this is so good for us to really be picking out other people's flaws, but then when we see these shows, we're able to go like, oh shit, do I do that? Oh damn. It's funny, Lawrence is projecting his shit on the Aparna, but the Aparna is like, hell no, hell no, we won't go. Drop me off, gotta go. See the movie by your damn self. Peace. I love that about a partner's character, but at the same time, don't allow people to project their shit onto you. Absolutely not. Next thing we know, Lawrence has on his Carl Thomas sweater going up to the dunes, honey. And we sitting here like, what's going on? Which brings us to 30 Days with Molly. Now, I love me some Molly. Molly is actually, aside from Kelly, my favorite character on the show. I'm rooting for her. I want her to win so bad. I do, child. Molly is meeting up with the black folks, telling them how she done everything okay for her firm. See my value. And they do see her value. And she really wants to go back to the partners and be like, hey, I've been shopping around, what y'all gonna do? Which brings us to what Kelly said. You gonna stay with the whites or you gonna go on with the blacks? Back at the firm, after they done heard that she went around shopping herself, they're like, you know what? We're gonna give you the Rising Star Award and your photo is gonna be on the website. That's the funny thing with these jobs, honey, or anything in life. Sometimes you think, hey, I need this, that, and the third. And what somebody else sees as your value, that's what they think. They can give you a Happy Meal and a smile and think that's good. This isn't what I want. I told you I wanted an 80-piece tender. You're only giving me 8. No. Y'all remember the Best Friend and Get Out. But either way, his name is Quentin on the show, and he works with Molly. And basically, they have really, really good chemistry. But he's not the typical dude that she would be with, yet she gives him the puss meat, the vag, the box. She gives it to him. I'm sitting here like, Molly, girl. Molly. Boo-boo cakes. Really? Something good that she did do is go back to a therapist. Thank the Lord. She gets a text from Dro. Is she still messing with him? We all know, I knew she was going back to Dro's ass. We're going to talk about that a little later. Ooh, the word with Molly's segment was you got to get out of the should, amen, and get into the could, huh? Ooh, that's a word right there. Take that any way you want to take it. But I so agree with, because Molly, all through from season 1 to now, she's so, this should happen, this should be how it should, do, but yet she does the complete opposite. But what could be good for her, she don't want it. And I feel like I totally relate to Molly's character, because I feel like things should go a certain way. And when they don't, oh my God, all hell is gonna break loose. But honey, you can't live like that. And I'm just starting to learn that. So, chat, that's a word. Which brings us to the last one. I'm glad they saved the best for last. 30 Days with Issa's character. Can we sidebar and just see how Tiffany is pregnant? She is pregnant, like, out of nowhere. And Kelly was the only one who knew. And she was like, because I'm the closest to her. Yet, she been lying. Something fishy. Something fishy going on. I'm 1 week. Girl, bye. Issa is moving. She is moving out of the dunes. Kelly, I love her so much. She was like, ma'am, how the hell you gonna live by yourself? You ain't got no money. You broke. I loved it. I fell out. Speaking of money, we got y'all. Ain't got Issa. I thought that was real messed up. Now, granted, they should have been incorporating all the minority children. Totally. I totally get it. But you should have told your supervisor, hey, I got all the little Hispanic children coming for this afternoon, or, you know, just keep it on the hush. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Or you should, I don't know. But I totally get what the supervisor was coming from. You segregating the segregates. How you doing that? Stop it. Can I just say how I love Issa's brother? Hilarious. And can I also say how I just love me some Due South? Like, for no reason. Michael J. White, Regina Hall, okay, and dude from Scandal. Like, all these people doing, it's hilarious. A word with Issa's plot in this one, to me, she talking about, I'm moving. Is she really moving? I feel like that with Issa's character. She always, you know, takes about 10 steps up. Then, no, it's kind of Candyland. She got to go back a little bit. And I feel like in life, that's how we all are doing. I feel like sometimes in my life, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. Nope. You got to take a couple steps back. It's just not working. It's all over the place. Even with your job, just a lot of things can be happening, and it ain't really working out how you want it to be. I can relate. It's time to do the last run through, because you remember Issa had called Lawrence and said, you know what? I'm moving out. You can get your stuff. I'll be here from, what are my office hours? 9 to 5. They're both doing the last run through, and they're both making that walk. So you remember when we go back 30 days with Lawrence and he's at the dunes, we're picking up where we left off with that. That had to be the best shot that I have seen throughout this whole Insecure season, how they're both walking up, making that same type of trail. Like, don't. I loved it. The music, everything. It was just dope. Wow. This was the best scene. They had such a good scene. It was believable. Like, this is something that I love with the whole Insecure cast. It's believable with their chemistry. They make it so believable that you just sitting there like, yup, yup. But this scene between Lawrence and Issa was so good. They were like, you only ever loved me and I still love you. I was like, oh my God. Like, I wanted a little bit more snot from both of them. Like, I knew the tear was trying to form. Even with Issa, I just saw like a little puckering. I wanted some snot, but it's okay. You can't always get what you want. But I believed it. Lawrence was like, I still love you too. And they did that hug. I was like, ah! It was kind of like the Ricky, well, not as bad. Okay, y'all remember Set It Off when they hugged at the end and then they let go? That's how I felt. I was like, oh, Jesus. I believe with Lawrence and Issa, that was so needed and it's so believable. There are times in your life where you love people, like you love them hard, you love the hell out of people, but at the same time, you can't be together. Sometimes it's just not going to work. There's so much that has happened, so much that has transpired. Well, happen and transpire be the same damn thing, but you know what I'm saying. It's so much that you just can't come back from certain things, or you can't move forward. And people's character, just certain things you can't move forward with. And that's okay. That is life. You know what? When Lawrence said, I'm going to head out, and he was walking out, but then he turned back around and dropped on his knee and proposed, I was like, marry me, ringless. And she was like, yeah. But it worked for them because that's how they've been. But at the same time, when Issa had that, she had that dream overview moment, you know, where they had, oh Lord, when they got together, she had her puff out and they were really married. And then they were getting it popping, and then she had the little brown baby, and then it was just everything. And I was sitting there like, are y'all still in the dunes? But still, I was like, I believe this. But then she was back where she was, and she was like, oh, okay then. And it really didn't happen. That was the worst trick in the book. The worst trick in the book. But I knew it was coming because Insecure does that. This is what I would do and this is what might happen. So I was ready for it. I kind of had a slight heart attack moment. I'm glad that that did not happen with Issa and Lawrence, with them getting back together and being like, marry me. Okay. Because they still got a lot of work to do. I really feel they got a lot of work to do. I feel like that's going to happen later in Insecure. Because I feel like there's going to be plenty of seasons of Insecure, honey. But I feel like it might be like you remember on Friends where Jennifer Aniston's character and the other boy got together at the end at the airport, something like that. Or maybe like the Parkers, not as detrimental as Professor and Nikki, or Living Single, you know, when Scooter got back with Queen Latifah's character, like Khadijah. Yeah, so it happens. It happens in these shows. I'm sorry, I just brought up a bunch of shows that I enjoy, but it happens. They go their separate ways. You know, my heart attack subsided, and as much as I love Molly and Issa's friendship, I'm glad that they have gotten it together because they had so many petty moments in this last season. It was ridiculous. Now, granted, I've had plenty of petty moments with my friends, but honey, it made me reevaluate my friendships. Like, am I that damn petty? The Indian scene was everything to me. I love that because I'm that type of person. Like, set the scene for me, honey. Make me feel like I'm somewhere else. Lawrence ended up sending a friend request to Issa. Now, in our days and times, honey, if somebody blocks you on Instagram and then want to be your friend again, want to follow you again, want to follow you on Facebook, then that's something. That means there is a little consolation prize there. And Issa, she even looked at her phone and was like, okay. So I guess that's some type of consolation for Issa. We gonna see. I felt it in the air. I felt it in the air that something was gonna happen with Molly. I felt it in the air when she opened up that door and had that lingerie on. And I saw that little not ironed shirt. I knew it was Dro. I knew it was Dro. Dro, for me, I like Dro's character because he represents something out of Molly's past where she can just be herself. But at the same time, his character, something's fishy about that. And I know next season something gonna happen with that wife of his and him. I feel like they really don't have an open relationship. Something is really going down with them. And I see it. Something else is going on with Dro's mouth that really throws me off. And also his shirts are never ironed for me. And I'm sorry, I like dude that she thought was gay. I enjoyed him. I knew she was gonna go on back to Dro. I knew that. Molly, I don't know what you think's gonna happen with him, but something's really gonna happen in season 3. Like something crazy. I knew she was gonna go on back with Dro's crazy mouth. And this was the caveat, honey. The creme de la creme. I was like, where is Issa going in this lift? We just riding with her. Child, she opened the door and she like, you know I'm sleeping on the couch. I said, no, it is not Daniel. Oh my goodness. Now I love me some Daniel though. But what? Something gonna happen with that as well. How you just gonna be laying on this dude's couch when he been banging you out? No ma'am. Absolutely not. So, whew, child, this season has just taken me above and beyond, honey. Down below in the comment section, I would love to know, what did you think about this finale? This was a dope finale because it wasn't a cliffhanger, to be honest, because they've been doing this, but it really made you go, I thought XYZ was going to happen, but you can't always get what you want on these shows, and it really left so much open for season 3. Oh my goodness. It was great. I'm clapping it up. I really am clapping it up. Down below in the comment section, like I said, let's talk about this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and a walk. That good stuff. God bless.